We're
Let's
here.
go, man. In
We're
order to
here.
take accountability for what has passed and what will be, there's no time like presently. So, for all of those with mouths and ears, can we have a moment of your time? We want to gain some perspective. Can we have a piece of your mind? All right.
What's up? Number 11.
Back
We're
again,
back.
heck, man. How you doing?
I'm great, bro. Really great. Really great. How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. As you can see, I changed the background for you guys, man. I hope you like it.
Yeah. I like
You
it.
know, a little nature, you can't get much better than that, right?
Nah, not at all, man. You're out there with all the
Yeah.
natural light possible.
Word, bro. I'm out here trying things, man, too. Self-scientist, man. Got my feet down on the ground, man, trying to get grounded out here. You
Grounding.
know what I
That's
mean?
cool. Yo, so my lady, my girlfriend Caitlin, she introduced me to that concept because I've heard of it. I never knew that it had a name. And it's one of those things like it exists, but you don't really know until it's kind of explained to you in a certain way. And she was the one that showed me that. She loves being out there in the park. She loves taking her shoes off and walking in the grass. And I used to always just be like, "Damn, that's hardcore, man. That's cool. What you doing over there?" And she
Yeah.
was like, "I'm grounding," and I'm
Yeah,
like, "What?" and
yeah.
I guess it's just like supposed to be like this very natural and therapeutic connection back to the earth, back to the that energy down there. Um,
Yeah.
and you and me, Frank, we grew up in the city, bro. So like we had the Tims and the
Sneakers on all
Nikes
the
on,
time, man.
yeah, all the
All the
time, man,
time,
all the
man.
time. So that grounded concept was foreign to me, bro. I'm like, wait, like, hey, are you allowed to do that? Like, we really could do that? But B,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like me taking my socks off and shoes out in public. Like, oh man, that's strange, but it's cool. I've actually done it a few times, and you can feel it, man. You feel like this release just from the
Yeah.
everyday. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, man. You out there grounded, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
like
I
it.
mean, this is an experience for me too. You know what I mean? This is my first time. This is my first year really trying it out. I can't say I
Mm,
really heard of it too much neither growing up. It was more so like, yeah, no, I can't say I know anybody that really did it growing up. But I've been hearing
mm.
about it more recently, and I don't know all the scientific details behind it. But again, guys, self-scientist, I'm willing to give it a try. You just tell me I gotta take my shoes off and put my feet on the ground. It's supposed to be some kind of health benefit. I'll let you guys know how I feel a year from now, man. That's
That's
it.
it. That's it. We're gonna journal
After
it
I
and know.
reflect on it for a little while, yeah, journal it,
Yeah,
man.
bro, you looking good though, man. I like the shirt, man. You out there, bro.
Oh,
It's a whole vibe you got going on right
yeah,
now, man. That
yeah,
shit is
man. I'm
dope,
comfortable,
bro.
bro. I'm
I'm
comfortable,
glad I
man.
picked I picked the homie panda over here, man. It kind of matched up perfect with this because so I ain't out in the green, but I got the green homie behind me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Word, word,
So
man.
it fits, man. It feels good, bro. That nature stuff, man, and just everything out there is kind of cool. Just a reconnection because bro, as humans, man, like we're an adaptable species, and we've adapted to having, cell phones and computers and
Word.
headphones and earbuds and all that shit. So like, seeing you out there in nature with this all happening still, that's kind of cool, man. It's like the podcast on the go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. This is experiment too, guys. I'm on the phone for once. We usually shoot from the computer.
I'm
Oh.
still shooting from the computer, and you still sound and look. I mean, actually, bro, you look better because of the natural light, man. Instead of having all
it
that.
might it might be the phone too, man. You know these phone cameras is better than I got an old computer. It's on like a 2011.
Okay, yeah, it might be, but I know the natural light look good, man. Like it really, it just kind of pulls a lot out of the person, man. That's just how it's gonna be. So I feel like I should try that one day. You know, what I mean, I got a little
Word, both
kickstand
of
on
us,
my
man.
phone. I got a little thing on my phone. I could probably set up somewhere and just, see what's
Yeah,
up, man.
both of us should try that, man. Why not, man?
Right. Get by the pool or something, man. That'd be dope, bro.
Hey guys, don't be surprised when you catch us doing a podcast together, man. We talked about meeting up at
Mhm.
around Thanksgiving time in Colorado,
Yep.
man. Maybe we
Get
might
a
just
little,
shoot a show one time
hey,
out
get a
there.
little
Although I ain't
Friendsgiving.
gonna be outside. I ain't gonna be
Nah,
outside on Thanksgiving,
nah,
okay?
we doing some deep couch sitting and a whole lot of food, man. Shit, that's what we doing.
Gonna be too cold in
It's-
Colorado, man.
sometimes, bro. Sometimes it get brutal out here, man. But being out here, bro, like I have been able to go ahead and see that a lot of a lot of the weather isn't as so bad as one might assume it to be in Colorado.
Yeah,
You hear like, oh, it's got mountains and crazy snow, and that's not really the truth per se.
yeah.
Out here it's kind of mild, man. It's actually more in a way better than Connecticut because when growing up, it's snow and that snow stayed down on the ground for like 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Out here in
Yeah.
Colorado, it's gone the next day, maximum 2 days.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it's not so bad out here, bro. The weather is just different, hit different, and it's beautiful, man. Being up as high as we are, literally they call us the Mile High City because of our altitude. And yeah, so we don't get like a whole lot of clouds. We get a lot of sunshine. The air is dry, so the climate is just nice, man. It's just dope. And obviously, you
Yeah,
get
I
closer
gotta
to
go,
the mountains.
I gotta definitely come out there and try it out, man. It's a goal one day to drive the whole United States one of these days. When
Yep,
I'm
yep.
retired, not retired. I'll probably never retire. But
Nice.
when I got time, when I got a lot of time, freedom, taking the trip, man.
Dude, that would be dope. That would be real dope to do.
Hey,
Yeah, come out
you know
this
what,
way, man.
Hector?
Because this is Mhm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, man, like coming out this way, bro. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. Denver's a thriving city, bro. So they got lots of art. There's always concert shows going on here, man. There's always something to do, man. It's a new bar. It's a new spot to eat. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go drive out to some of the lakes that we have out here, man, and see some of the real pretty shit that you wouldn't necessarily see on the east because there aren't any mountain ranges on the east, bro. And the mountains, man, is beautiful. So like, just come this
Or,
way, man. And yeah, I feel like you would enjoy it, bro. You feel good out here,
I got
man.
an NBA team too, man. Connecticut ain't got that.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, bro. I know the Connecticut ain't. I mean, we got the Patriots out that way, but
Yeah, New
I
England.
ain't a Patriot fan, man. I ain't a Patriot fan. But yeah, we got what? We got the Nuggets, we got the Broncos, we got the Avalanche, and then the Nuggets just won, and then like a year or two ago, the Avalanche won the hockey. So it's like, all we need is the baseball team to pick it up, bro. And the Nuggets, or not the Nuggets, but the
Colorado doing his thing for real, man.
yeah, it's really clutching up, man. We just need the Broncos to get another dub. We need the baseball team to get a dub, and we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You
cool
know,
though.
heck,
That's a
man. The
good
first
city.
back to grounding real quick, man. The first one of the video I seen a video recently, and this guy
Hmm.
was just showing an example. He had one of those meter machines. Like I don't know, I know one of them. You stick into the ground. It's like it's some kind of thing that reads electricity, and you stick
Okay,
it into
okay.
the ground. You stick it into the ground. He stuck one into the ground, and then he touched the other one while he was standing on top of his shoes, and he was showing that the needle didn't move much. Like
Hmm.
right. Then he just all he did was step out of his shoes and touch the ground, and then the needle like kind of jumped up.
Okay.
So I seen that. I was like, let me give it a try. Why not, man? I don't know what it's good for, man, but if it's gonna give me some more life, I'm all for more life. I'm trying to live up as long as I can, man.
I'm gonna take this far left real fast just because it popped in my head, bro.
All right, let's go.
So, energy, right? Electricity, rubber is something that can kind of like be preventative of that current to transfer. And so,
Yeah,
we wear rubber on our shoes, on the
on the
soles and
bottom of
stuff
our
all the
shoes for sure.
time,
Yeah,
right? And so that would be a good way to negate that energy coming from below. So who knows if it's intentional or not? I know it's for the grip and for flexibility and comfort, but yeah, man, if there is energy down here, bro, the rubber we wear on our feet all day, we're killing it. You know what I'm saying? So like we stop
yeah,
that
yeah.
energy right there at the soles of our feet, which is cool. The feet being called the soles. I don't know, man. Like I said, going left, man. That's just crazy when we start
Hey
piecing
man,
all
this
that
is a dope
together.
concept, man. You might be onto something there, man.
Hey, who knows, man? But it's cool, man. The way that just all connects in abstract ways. And everybody out there, for y'all watching, Frankie introduced that a few weeks ago, the going left. And every now and then we like trying to make those little connections, connect those little dots, and just let the mind explore because that stuff is fun.
For real.
Why not, man? Why not? So shoot. So what's up with you, bro? What the week was looking like for you?
Man, it's been a busy week, man. I can't really even say I really had enough time to like really sit down and study. I got to continue my mind map a little while, but
Okay.
me and you came up with a new plan of attack, kind
Yep.
of a direction. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And decision. Guys, when you start in anything like a business, or anything you're going for, like coming up, having a plan is, from what I understand, essential. You got to know where you're trying. You got to know the target you're trying to hit, and then make little steps to get into that target. Hector,
Mm.
Hector and I decided that we're gonna slow down on the video content for social media. We're definitely shifting gears here a little bit now. So right now, what you guys are, if anybody's following us on social media, what you guys are witnessing is a brief slowdown so that we can take off running. You know what I'm saying? And
We'll
we've
call
been
that a
playing with this
transition.
a transition word,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we've been playing with Predis.ai. Again, I'm working on I'm both trying to balance growing my handyman business, getting known on social media and such, and also doing the same thing with Piece of Your Mind, man. I had decided for myself, like, yo, you know what? Instead of like being all over the place with, doing one thing for Frank Tooley and then doing another thing for Piece of Your Mind, I'm gonna just do like whatever I'm trying to grow on with Frank Tooley, we're gonna do at the same time with Piece of Your Mind. That way, I'm on. How can you say that's like what they call that combining? It's like combining like tasks, so you're not switching
Mm.
back and forth from tasks. That helps you to be more efficient. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah. I like.
this work.
Listen, man. I love efficiency, bro, and I agree that that's a good approach because like you just said, to say it in another way, yeah, why bother putting your hands on something 3 4 times when you could just do it once or twice and get the same result? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like you'd be doing extra work trying to bounce back, and so what you're doing, working on both at the same time and trying to balance out, what works for what kind of thing. I think that's a really good way to approach it. And you
Yeah,
practice that mindfulness, bro. Like so you stay aware, like now that we've been talking about the mind map, and having Frankie Francis himself, the man in the middle of it all, and then PC of Mind, and then Frank Tooley have these things branch out from you because without you, neither of these things may have existed at all.
yeah,
Um, and so yeah, so having you there for sure is just kind of, or rather having you in the middle for sure is one of those ways that like yeah, for you to really be able to balance it because you have that
you,
perspective. You take a step back and see both businesses in the big picture kind of thing.
yo, let me pause you right there, yo, guys. Hector, bro. When I decided, like, yo, I'm gonna start doing this mind map, right? I just started. And with a lot with everything you're trying to do, that's the best thing to do is just get started. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Learn a little bit and then try to apply. That's
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding out that's the best way for me to learn how to learn anyway. Is like to learn a little bit and then apply a little bit. So
Yep.
with the mind map and my rough drafts, as I would call them, like the first couple I was trying to my starting point was gonna be like Piece of Your Mind or Frank Tooley. Like that's where I was trying to start. But it was kind of causing me confusion. Hector suggested, yo, Frank, put yourself in the middle and then work from there. And it's been like, I don't know, man. That junk's been a lot more. I don't know. I've just been able to get on there and play a little more and put my thoughts down and my focuses and stuff like that. They say there's like a bunch of ways you can use a mind map. There's no one particular way. It's unique to each person.
Mm-hmm.
But since you gave me that little tidbit, bro, it's been more fun to play with it. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
good,
To
bro.
playing with the
That
concept, man.
and we spoke about that a bunch of times, bro. Like if you like what you're doing, you don't feel like you're working, kind of thing. And so that same process, or rather that same mentality can apply to any process. When you really think about it, if you're having fun doing anything you're doing, it doesn't feel like a task. It feels like just this thing to do that is enriching. It feels empowering. It feels fun. And we lose a lot of fun in a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So like the
Yeah,
fact that
yeah,
you're
word.
having fun, and I got to see you piece it together, bro. And like I got to see a lot of that right brain go to work, man. And it's cool seeing that because like I'm seeing you play, but when you were playing, you were being mindful of how it all connected, how it all made sense, where it
Yeah.
started, where it's going. And so like you delivered it in a fun way that made me more attracted to it too. And so like dude, if we did that shit with intent for anything and everything we did, man, oh gosh, like I can only imagine the kinds of results we would get if we just practice doing stuff with having some fun while doing it. So that's
Yeah,
dope
yeah.
that you're doing that, bro. I really enjoy that, and I'm trying to take a page from your book, bro. I'm really trying to anything I put myself in, bro, I'm really trying to have fun, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what, bro? I'm reading a book called Mind Mapping. It's by
mm,
Cam Knight. Um,
mm,
Jesus Christ, I don't wanna. I forget the original guy's name of the first book for mind mapping, but Cam Knight, he shares in the book like you know best practices for like retaining information. You know what I mean? And yeah, I really want to get real good at like coming up with like little some my personal summaries so I can share that out here. You know what I mean? But he gives tips in that book about how to retain information, and one of them is that what I exactly what I just said is to kind of like learn a little bit and then apply. That's the best way
mm.
to learn. He was they have a process they call it preview read for mind mapping. Preview,
Okay.
read, mind map, review. That's the process. So um when you like if you're reading a book, right? They said instead of just trying to get into the book and reading the book, preview the book, right?
Mm,
So this helps to get your mind ready for whatever it is you're about to take on. So for
mm,
example, mind mapping, they talk a lot of neuroscience and neural pathways and stuff. This this language, this talk is unfamiliar to me. So like usually when I listen to a new book, I gotta listen to it like back to back 2 3 times because the first time I'm just kind of like grasping the concept of what they're talking about and I'm catching what I can, but I'm not catching it. The second time I
mm,
can kind of let go of these neural pathways and stuff like that. I understand that enough. You know what is now it's like what's the book about? When you preview now, which is just reading the summary, checking the table of content, reading the the conclusion, reading just kind of like getting a feel for the book, what it's about, what's the point they're trying to make. That's the preview. You do
mm.
that first. If it's just one chapter you're reading, then you preview the chapter. You read the beginning, you read the end, you try to see what it's about. That's it.
Okay.
Then and you only give that 5 minutes. Like you give preview in like 5 minutes before you get into it and actually read. Now when you actually read, you're gonna retain it a little better. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? After you read it, you go straight to mind mapping it. More so, that's more so ingraining it to to stick better because now you're taking everything you just learned and you're putting it down on paper, making it. You're taking a thought, putting it into a tangible form, something you can see. And
mm.
once when you can see something like visually, you know what I mean. You understand it better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean. So like to explain to you um, in details about a keychain I'm looking for in the store. You run into the store for me, and then I'm explaining to you about a specific keychain that I want in detail. Is less effective than me showing you a picture of what I want and sending you to the store. You get what I'm saying? If,
Yeah.
if you
Yep.
get you get
Yep.
you get that visual, you understand it a little better. So that's why you
Mhm.
mind map third, and then you review it. You go over it. All of this is all you. This whole process is to help you retain the information. I think it's dope, man. I
I
think it's
like
dope,
that.
man. I love learning, man. It's self improvement, self growth. That's my thing, man.
So one more time, what was it? It was preview, read, um,
Mind map, and
mind
review.
map, review. Okay.
Yeah,
Preview, read, mind map, review. I like that. I
yeah,
like that
yeah.
because thinking about it abstractly, you really got to kind of get yourself set up, like that going a little way from topic, but like if you getting ready to go out dancing, your ass not going to eat some Taco Bell, right? Like
Yeah,
you're not planning to do that. So you got to go in prepared. You got to go in kind of with the mindset that you know what you're getting yourself into you before you dive deep. In that sense, because like if you're not in the right frame of mind, what you retain may not be as effective. You may not even be able to pick it up for more than 10 minutes. You might just be out of it, in a whole different place. You might be distracted, or you're just going to let other things kind of boggle the mind. Oh, you know what? I got dishes. I got things to do. I'm not going to read this book right now. And then we start to build that level of complacency, and you got to be careful with complacency because there is a place that exists within complacency. You feel me?
yeah,
That word is rooted right in there, and that's not necessarily a good place to be. So giving yourself that mental foresight to practice and preview something before you fully dive deep, that's a good that's a good way to approach life, I feel like. And you know, there probably is some examples out there where, you know, just do it, just jump in. But I feel like for a lot of us, you know, us human beings, man, we do kind of need some sort of preparation to understand what's happening. And that's a good
Yeah,
way to do that. So one more time, it's preview, read, mind map, review. I
review.
like that. I like that a lot. That's dope. That's a
Yeah,
dope
preparation.
concept, man.
Yo, I'm gonna go a little. I'm gonna go a little off topic because you just talked about preparation, man. And
Mm.
over the weekend on Saturday, I stayed up late, which is something I don't usually do. I stayed up late to watch a fight, and it was two of my favorite fighters. Two of my favorite fighters, and one of them, he usually takes a little time to like learn the fighter as he's as the fight goes on. Like by the sixth
Mm.
round, he usually have you down pat. Yo, preparation, bro. Like you was just saying, this dude was prepared for this other fighter on Saturday, man. He had him down pat by like round two, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah,
see.
yeah, he was prepared. He was like he was like the Batman of the fight. You know what I mean? Preparation,
Oof.
man. Yeah, he
Yeah.
had it prepared, man. He was ready.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, you know, like memes, bro. I love watching memes, and like I saw one like, you know, who wins, bro? Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone with 24 hours of prep time, or Batman. It's just the internet is funny, bro, because it's like, yeah, preparation is, it's it's essential, man. You
Word,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, you give somebody time to prepare, somebody intelligent enough, somebody aware, and able to calculate these kinds of things that, you know, may affect them, may affect the scenario, may affect it all. Yeah, that's, I don't want to say dangerous because I don't want the negative connotation behind that.
Yeah.
Um, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm like
Yeah, you
when someone could be,
be ready for a tough fight, man. Somebody's prepared,
yeah,
yo.
yep,
Yo,
and that, oof, I love
I'm not a
that. I
huge
love
I'm
that.
not a huge fan of DC characters, man, but Batman was one of my favorites, bro. He was
Oh,
it,
absolutely.
Batman keeps signing his belt just in case Superman want to act up, okay? I got
I
it
was just
right
about
here. Get out
just
here. He
about
don't even know it, but get on the line if you want, bro.
to I love it. That's true, bro. Batman was not a man to be played around with, bro. And
Word, bro.
very
Preparation, man.
swaggy. Very swaggy too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's,
trying to be like that as a businessman, yo. I'm for real. Like with this
I like it.
podcast, with my handyman stuff, with life, y'all. I want to be. I want to get like that, man.
Oh yeah. No, I
My
like
map
that,
is a
bro.
start for it, bro. I'm gonna be more prepared than I ever been in my life, man.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea ever since you introduced to me the mind mapping, and then we were kind of able to connect it to like you know, storyboarding and vision board kind of thing. We, you know, we made that mental connection. I like the idea of the mind map, bro, because it does kind of give you room to explore an idea, but then you solidify. So like how you were talking about having, you know, that description of something, or actually seeing the photo, or when you see it, you're right, it does kind of stick a little differently, man, because however your brain works, you know, in the subconscious state, you pull in that information unknowingly, what's going to stick out the most. So like, let's say I do show you a, you know, a picture of a pen real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
just kind of see it, and then I say, hey, go in there real quick. You're going to be like, huh, I might remember that the back of the pen was blue, or maybe that the whole pen was, you know, kind of this tannish color.
yeah,
There's going to be certain things that stick out, so your brain is going to pick that one and search for that. And you know, while we may not necessarily have full control over it, I feel like that's a thing that we could learn to control. And so then with all that preparation, we also give ourselves an additional tool, not only to store that information in the memory bank, but then to also have that, you know, that physical, that visual recollection of it as well. So then when we do piece it together, we have that result we're looking for. And I feel like, I really believe that that's actually going to be something that we could learn how to master. I mean, it just got to be one of those things, like with anything, you got to go in with intent, you got to put it to practice, and you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's
The
the
more
only
you
way
do it,
you
the
get
more.
good.
Yeah,
No,
I plan on
yep.
getting real good with the mind mapping and stuff myself, man. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
bro, I'm
with
with
you,
you
Heck,
on that
man.
journey. I'm with you on that journey. That sounds cool, man. Like, I like the idea of that. And you know, through the mind mapping, you know, you brought up Predis earlier, bro. You know, we're definitely kind of pursuing that route for our
Hey,
creativity and for the focus
speaking
shift,
of
right?
intentionality, guys, man, Predators, like Hector was saying, man, we want to become more engaging. We want to be more
Mm-hmm.
engaging. So and we decided to take this slow down, right? So we go put together like some posts. Like we're trying to get
Yes.
60 together. This is the plan right now, guys. We're trying to get 60 posts pre-planned. We picked out specific days to do specific type of content. We're looking to engage with you guys, man. We got puzzles coming out for you guys. We got quotes
Mm-hmm.
coming out for you guys. Hey, and if you guys have a chance, man, stop by Frank Tooley.
Hey,
The Tooley
do that.
at the Toolist. I
Mm-hmm.
got some on Tuesdays. I got something coming out. It's gonna be called Tooley Twist Tuesdays, right? And all
Hey.
I'm doing is taking famous quotes. You guys are gonna see the famous quotes. You guys are gonna see who was by, and I'm just twisting it up in a Toolist type of way. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Just playing, man. I'm having fun with with this creative process. That part I like. This
Yeah.
preparation. I mean, it's getting fun, but at the same time, it's a little tedious. But I can't wait to get to the creative process. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man. the
No,
predator.
no, you took it exactly where I was gonna go with it, bro. Like, because you know me, man. I like making things full circle, bro.
Yeah,
I'm all into that geometry, man.
yeah.
But bringing that full circle, yeah, we're having fun, bro. So it doesn't feel hard to do. It feels like something we can approach, and then with Frankie being as creative he is, and then me kind of mixing in the logical side of it, and then both of us kind of dabbling on the left and the right brain, we're able to create this really cool idea that, yeah, we want to have that meaningful content, and we're having fun building it. So we're hoping that you guys out there all have fun and engaging with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
word and Doge, man.
Kind of, yeah, just kind of come back and get whatever day you like most. Hell, if you like all the days, dope. We like you more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
word.
But like coming through even just one day and just kind of letting us know, oh man, this is cool. I like this concept. That's really that's the goal, is to give you guys something to kind of look forward to. Because yeah, Frankie and I wanted that shift, man. We like doing the videos. It's fun. But we feel like it wasn't just kind of where we wanted it to just live. You know what I'm saying? We wanted it to be more than. We wanted you guys to have more than just Frankie and I's faces to look at, to listen to, kind of thing. We wanted y'all to have something to remember, that visual, have
That
something stick
visual,
in your
yeah.
mind, man.
Word.
That's the goal. And so that's coming soon. We are really excited to deliver that. And like Frankie said, yeah, we want to get upwards of like 60 and have a whole bunch of things for you guys for several weeks to come. Um, and we're having, again, fun doing that. So it doesn't feel hard. I mean, hell, Frank, we're up to what, like 12, 13 or something like that now?
Yeah, yeah.
And we spent really all of but like 2 days or something on it. So you know what I'm saying? Like we got time to really prepare. Preparation, man. We got it now. We're doing it with intent. We're moving. We're having fun. Like it's dope, man. And I'm loving the consistency most of all, man. That's Frank. I just gotta be real with you, bro. Like I love you for doing this with me and for being consistent, bro, because that consistency in my life has been something that I have craved since childhood, bro. I craved
Hey,
consistency.
man, I'm hearing from you, man. I've been here with you since childhood. You forgot?
You've been, yeah, no, you've been, bro. You're right. You're right. And that's the best part about it, bro, is you've been that one constant, bro, through it all, man. Through the best of times, through the worst. You've been super fucking consistent, bro. So that means a lot to me, man. I really I find someone that can do consistency. I find that person very attractive, bro, because it's just cool to see that brain operate, and the way they deliver and the way they continue to show up. Like that shit's really cool. And I've been lucky enough to be in my adult life now where I have my best friend, my accountability partner, be consistent. I have my woman who's very consistent. And then I practice consistency every day. So I'm able to deliver and show people like, that consistency matters to me too. And I've been able to kind of get that back from them. They've been able to reciprocate because they know that it's something that does me good. It benefits me. And then they also are able to see that it benefits them at the same time. And so that's just a cool process to have, bro. So just a big shout out to you, Frank. Thank you for that, bro. That
All
consistency
right,
with
no,
this
no problem,
podcast is
man.
dope, man. Appreciate
No
that.
problem. Hey, man, listen, yo. If you feel that way, man, imagine me, bro. It's dope. I can't say reflecting on consistency has been my thing, but I gotta. I can't say that reflecting on consistency has been like a focal point for me, a reflection point for me until you started talking about it, bro. And yo,
Mm.
it is dope, man. It builds on each other, bro. I have somebody to brainstorm with, like sharp and still, man. Yo,
Yep. Yep.
thoughts float in my head all day. I cannot turn it off, man. And sometimes I really want to get it out. And Hector gives me another. Yo, instead of just putting it on journaling, Hector gives me another option to put it out. You know what I mean? And it's dope. It is really dope, man. And I thank you for your consistency too, bro. Because you didn't have to
Oh.
join me on this, man. You ain't have to be consistent with this. Yo, guys, sometimes we have hard days. Today's Tuesday. We usually shoot on Sunday. Sometimes it just don't work, but we make it work. We get back. We come back around to it and make sure we get to doing what we said we were gonna do. We stick to what
Mhm.
we said we were gonna do. You know what I mean? And it's been pretty dope. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you too, Heck, man.
Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this cool thing too. Like with the podcast, we do have that flexibility. We've given ourselves that kind of power to, yeah, you know what? Sunday is shoot day. Sunday is production day. But you know what? Sometimes Sunday is family day, man. Sometimes Sunday is chill day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's allowed. And the fact that we do allow ourselves that, and then we could come back and still deliver, that's cool because it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like fine. That's cool, man. I hope you have a good ass Sunday then. Take your Sunday to you. Let's get back to it Tuesday kind of thing. And it's
Yeah.
all is well. You know what I'm saying? And like how much of the world would be better if we all operated like that? We're so fucking fixated on deadlines and gotta do this now and it's the end of the world if you don't. And it's just like, but is it really? You know what I'm saying? Is everything life or death? Caitlin, my girl, she tells me, when people are freaking out and they're just being extra, she has this saying, it's just like, whoa, it's not a guy with a gun. So chill out, like for real. It really ain't all that crazy. So why are we freaking out like that?
For
But
real.
I get it. Sometimes some of us just don't process well. Some of us just have a little harder time with dealing with it. We develop that anxious mindset, so anxiety sets deep. All sorts of different things, man. But like, if we just tell ourselves, you know what, today's just not the day, but tomorrow is done. Tomorrow's not promised, I know, but still, with that intent, when you wake up, hey, if I did wake up, I'm feeling good. Be mindful of my day. I'm gonna get to that task then, and that we owe ourselves that shit, man. Because I used to live in the past, bro. You had said something to me, Frank, a while ago, bro, and it was really cool, man. It was really thought provoking, and you were talking about like something that happened. If something happened in 1991, you know what I'm saying? I'm back in 1991, kind of shit.
Every
Like,
time.
why do I need?
Yo,
Like,
when you let your emotions get you, it's okay to think. It is
mm,
okay to think. I remember what you're talking about, bro. It's definitely
yeah,
okay to think about the past. That's part of reflection. That's what it gives us strength. It gives us power when we can reflect, but not get emotionally involved. Man,
mm-hmm,
recognize where we were weak, recognize how we could have been stronger, and start moving towards that stronger self. You know what
yep,
I'm saying? But if we're reflecting and we allow ourselves to get there emotionally, then we just took a trip back to the past. We back in 1991. You know what I'm saying? You have just left the present, okay?
mm-hmm,
And and what I'm learning more and more is like, I can't remember this one of the quotes I was playing with, but it basically was saying that like every day is a gift. Like every day is a gift, right? And I took that as like, yo, that's why it's important to be present. Every day, there's a gift in every day. That gift is happiness, is joy. You could most of the time we only can feel that in the present. When we take a trip to the past, it's usually something that's gonna depress us, get us sad or upset. You know what I'm saying? Or just make us feel like we're missing something or we missed something. Like it's never really a good feeling. When we think about the future, that raises our anxiety. You know what I mean? We're fearful of something that may happen, may or may not happen.
mm-hmm.
It's only when you're here in the now you can feel any joy. It's only here in the now when my stepdaughter come over here messing with me. You know what I'm saying? I can find a way to smile even though I'm trying to shoot a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's only in the here and now. You know what I mean?
That's
You have to be present to even witness it. A lot of people would have just
exactly.
somebody else probably would have took it. Hey, I'm doing something. Get out of here. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right,
saying?
right. And that's another thing too, bro, is you've been mindful enough, and then you put it into practice. And so like, yeah, even though you got to deal with something at the time, you still can't exert that good energy, bro, because you've been about that energy. You know what I'm saying? You know that shit comes back. And so
Yeah,
why burden her? Why make her feel guilty? Why give her a hard time? She's out there chilling. She's out there having fun. You know, she just kind of wants to
yeah.
come get some of that Frank energy, bro. So like, yeah, you can't be mad at her for that. You know what I'm saying? So you give her
Word,
a
man.
smile and you just tell her keep it on, keep doing
Yeah,
your
get
thing.
out of
I'll come get
here. Now,
yeah.
you see me doing something, get out of
And you know,
here.
and she'll be able to take it and go and know that okay, I still can come back to Frankie, or Frankie will still come back to me, kind of thing. And you
Yeah,
know, as little people, bro, you know, they don't necessarily understand like a lot of different verbal cues, a lot of different body language. You know, you got to tell them straight up, and you know, you got to give them, you got to empower them to really figure it out. Caitlin and I were literally just having this conversation the other day, and we were talking about like emotional intelligence. And you know, if someone's upset, you know, you would assume, you don't like to assume, but one would normally assume that an adult can, okay, you know, you're being an asshole. Do you know why you're being an asshole? Like, can you tone it down, kind of shit, without you having to really call it out? That
yeah,
doesn't happen all the time though. But with little people, you got to teach them, hey, I know you're mad and I see that you're mad, but I need you to figure out why you're mad, kind of thing. And you got to help empower them to figure that out, so that, you know, when that time comes when someone is a Karen out in the park and snaps for no damn reason, you really want to make sure, like, hey, you can handle yourself with these kinds of situations, because they're likely to occur. So when you teach them, you know, to receive energy in the way that it's supposed to be received, not in a way you think someone might be. Like, you don't want to miscommunicate. You don't want to play that game of telephone. You know, if somebody said something and somebody said something different. No, you keep it very clear, very straightforward, and you allow them to understand that. So when we communicate with them, we teach them how to, you know, kind of bring that into adulthood, man. And I'm getting to see that a lot with my stepdaughter too, because you know she's really intelligent, man. She's a lot of energy, that one. And
yeah,
it's cool to see it, you know. And I know that, you know, she'll get like frustrated very quickly, and that's okay. You know, frustration occurs in us as adults, man. You know, we're just big ass kids too, and ain't nothing really
yeah,
different.
yeah, for real,
You
man.
know, the only thing that changed is our level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So if we set them up, man, then yeah, they're good for it. So you doing what you're doing, just kind of showing her, hey, this is something important, but you're not like, you know, get away screaming. You still make it approachable for her, is all I'm saying. So it just,
Yeah, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that's a
Hey,
good
man.
concept to kind of
Hopefully,
go
she want to
forward.
come up here one day and talk on the podcast 3 years from now
Hey,
or so. You know what I mean? Why not?
right? Hey,
Oh,
why not, man?
speaking of which, let me bring it up. We were supposed to have some guests this week. Uh,
Yep.
I know we mentioned
Yeah.
we're gonna see if this is for them or not, which is my son and his friend. I don't know what happened to him this week, and I said, hey, what's going on? We getting on? But we're gonna give him some more time, man. I said until the end of the summer, and so
Yep.
we'll
Yep.
we'll get back to that. Back to what you were saying about the kids. Now, I love little people, man. I
Yeah.
love little people. It
Yep. Yep.
you know how they say we're affected by our environment, right? One thing
Mm.
I love about young people is yes, you can see it in them, right? So if this is just an example, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but if you're a reactive parent, right? I don't know, you get worked up over everything. You start yelling, you start screaming, you start like you hear the baby crying, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Kids take notice of that, Hector. They take
Hmm.
notice of that, and then they start to, in a sense, manipulate a little bit. Like they know how to get a rise out of you,
Oh
right?
yeah, they do. They know the
You know what I
buttons,
mean?
bro.
For real, yo, it goes so far as like, yo, if I know if I don't like it here, I'm gonna just call my mom and she gonna come cuss whoever out, or she gonna come pick me up, right?
Hmm.
And one thing I notice with young people is I like to keep my energy the same, right? And like I know one time I was okay. I know a little girl who's like that. Like she know how to make her mom react. I was babysitting her one day, right? And she knows I'm not like that. And she doesn't play the same games with me. Matter of fact, she's a lot more calmer when it's just me and her. You know what I'm saying? She
Hmm.
just she'll chill, she'll relax. Maybe I'll take her to the park, but she's not all over the place running, yelling, screaming. She don't do that with me because she don't get that same reaction out of me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's just I don't know. To me, it's kind of dope to even be able to see that like how well kids could adjust. First of all, like you know what I mean. Like
Hmm.
they're whereas we're so stuck in our ways. When we get in our head, things are just a certain way, and this is just how it is. We're stuck in our ways. It's hard. We don't adjust. People got to deal with us and whatever energy we bring. You
Yep.
know what I
Yep.
mean? Whereas opposed to little people got to deal with whatever energy we give them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? What the environment we create, and they have to adjust to that. You know what I'm saying? So when they're with a parent or certain parent or with their parents, because kids act different when they're with their parents. They
Oh yeah.
they they act and react a certain way. When they're with somebody else, yo, my little one of my little brothers, he a spoiled brat. And when he's with my mom and my dad, you can see it. But he goes visit other people's house and I'm like, oh my god, he was great. You know what I mean? I'm like, he was great. That little monster. Should go find him and hit him with an uppercut. You know how to be great. I didn't know you know how to be great. Okay. Can we see great?
Oh man, that's good, dude. No, that's true, bro. I can think of a lot of examples, bro, where that is so true, man. And
Word,
yo,
man.
you're
Can we see
right, man.
great?
Like they do definitely have, there's this filter, it's mom, it's dad, it's somebody else kind of thing. They if it's mom, they put it on, and I'm gonna act wild because mom ain't gonna do shit. If it's dad,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get anything I want if I put on the puppy eyes, and oh, if it's
yeah.
somebody
For
else,
real.
I better behave because that person will pop my ass, kind of shit. Like, dude, it's true. It's very true, man. And I've seen that. Not only just being an adult, bro. I remember seeing that shit as a teenager, man. Just because I know I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get around certain
Yeah,
people,
me
you act
too.
a certain
Me
way,
too.
man. It's just natural. Some people have that
I
energy
get
where they're like, they don't tolerate the bullshit, so you
Yeah, man.
can't
I get
bring the
around
bullshit.
when I was young. I get around my island family, bro. I definitely act different too, man. Them people put it on you, man.
Yeah.
The islanders, they'll put it on you. It's all love, but they'll put it on you, okay?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, bro. And that's cool. I'm okay with that shit, man. With just, yeah, you got to learn this world, man. Everybody, you can't control the way someone else reacts to something, but you can't control your response to it, bro. So, not being reactive, learning how to respond. So learning how to reflect, learning how to preview, learn all that shit again, full circle, bro. We doing it. All that shit
Yeah,
is so important to practice. And if we practice that as adults, then we learn how to go ahead and deliver that to our children for them to understand it sooner than we ever did. And that's that
yeah,
measure of
yeah. That's the
intelligence,
whole
ain't it?
goal, man. That's the
Yeah,
whole goal, man.
sure
Get
as
them
hell
ahead,
is.
man.
Way
I'm gonna pour
ahead,
all my
bro.
life experience into them, okay, as much as I
All of
can.
it. Yeah. By the
All of
time
it.
I'm 40, yo, my wisdom at the age of 40, my son is gonna have at the age of fucking 18. I promise. I'm
Word,
everything
bro.
I got. Yeah.
That's the goal, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I remember hearing that, yo, Frank, you have an old soul. Right? I used to hear that a lot. That's the goal with these dudes, and at least up here. Like, yo, you think like an older person, man. And that's cool. You know what I mean? I think that's cool.
Mhm.
We gotta live. We gotta. I definitely feel like kids have to live and experience and stuff like that for sure. But
Oh yeah.
if I could deliver some words to them, so they're not out there getting into trouble, so they're not out there, you know what I mean? They're getting into less, like, they're having less friction on their life journey. And then
Mhm.
dope, man. That's even doper, man.
I agree. So yeah, I was gonna hold off, but I feel like, you know what, just because the way the conversation went, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I went and did a thing last night. So Kate signed Evelyn up again for another round of soccer for the fall season. And yo, I threw
Yeah.
my hat in the ring to volunteer as a coach, man. It'll be
Hey, bro.
it'll be my first time, and I'm like excited, man. Like I really want to do it because I feel like, yo, where I'm at right now, man, whether these kids win or lose, man, there's lessons in both. There's learn how to have good sportsmanship when you win, learn how to learn from your defeats, kind of thing. And I feel like
Yeah.
that where I'm at in my life, man, I feel like I could probably do and deliver that well. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I signed up, man. I signed up for a volunteer, and if I'm able to coach, man, I might be coaching Evelyn on her team. So
Hey,
I'm
yo, Hector, man. You know what you just turned yourself. You a community guy now, bro.
that
Make
yeah, I
sure
feel like,
make make sure you get recordings of that, bro. You in the community, you helping out,
oh,
yo.
that would be
And
cool, man.
no, that's
And
what you need to do, bro.
that's what I'm
Okay,
gonna
that's
do. All right, I'm
credibility. That's
doing it. Yeah,
credibility, bro.
it ain't gonna be cool. It's gonna be a thing. That's what it's gonna be. You're right. Yeah, and it's kind of. Uh oh. We got Frankie that dropped out, but I'm gonna still keep it going, y'all. I know he'll pop back in. But with kind of keeping that community vibe going, coming up out of here, or rather coming into the podcast today, I was able to come in with delivering myself from a work event that I was invited to, and it was more of a like a convention for the job I'm at, and it was an experience. I've been to different kinds of conventions, but never something for a business. Especially a place that I'm working at. And so being invited to that and then kind of exploring and getting to see that was pretty cool. That was an experience for me that I never would have really had. I never was able to put myself in that kind of mindset to even partake. I would normally turn down invitations like that. So I got to go, and I'm repping it right now, as y'all can see. I work at a place called Crown Trophy. Great place, man. Maybe you have one in your city. Um, Awards and signs and just all sorts of cool things, man, that we do for the community. We kind of take care of our community by recognizing deserving individuals. Somebody that retired, somebody that earned, all sorts of different things. And so I got Frankie on the phone, y'all. Hold on, I'm still recording, bro, and it's I got it going. Are you able to jump in? Oh, all right. I could, but I'm still going, bro. I'm still go. I got it. I was just carrying the thought out. So jump back in, man. Let's finish this up the right way. You know what I mean? Yeah, 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 exactly. So yeah, just jump right in. I'm still going. I was explaining a story about this, just what happened today, where I came from. I didn't even tell you, but yeah, get back in here. Yeah, we'll finish it up proper, bro. All right, yeah. So yeah, just so everybody out there, I'm back with y'all. And I got Frankie on the phone just in case Frankie's gonna jump back in here. But yeah, so again, just kind of being part of that community, just kind of being like Frankie had said, you're a community guy. I kind of want to be that. I do want to be the community guy. I kind of want to allow myself to dive into that and kind of give myself permission to do things that I would never have done normally because I didn't feel like I was allowed to. Um, I want to make sure that I'm being mindful of the space I take. If I'm taking space somewhere, I want to be pleasant in that space, and I want that to feel welcoming for anybody around me. Um, and like Frankie said, man, some of my favorite people are little people. I love the little people, man. The kids are cool. Um, and that they're just learning. Just remember when you was a little person yourself. All the things that you might have wished would have happened. The different encounters you wish you could have had. Um, then and then kind of learning from that, learning how to thrive and grow from that. So I feel like if I'm able to kind of give back to the community, then why the hell not? So signing up for being a volunteer on my stepdaughter's soccer league, and maybe being able to be a coach, that brings a lot of excitement to me, man. Because again, it's not something I would never have done normally, but where I have been with the development of this podcast and me as an individual, the self growth I've been on this journey, um, has really put my mind in places that are just, they feel so good. And I feel like the best way to exercise how good I feel is by sharing that, and giving that to other people, letting other people kind of thrive off of that energy. As we were talking about, going again full circle, y'all, that energy, that grounding, receiving and delivering and understanding and trying to teach and educate and grow wiser, all those things are typically encompassed when you're young. You learn all that good stuff at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So just to wrap up everything I said, Frank, I was just saying I came from a work event before. That's the reason why I didn't text you right away. I came from a work event. It was a community thing, going up to a conference, a couple of cities over,
Yeah.
and just like all these things happening where I'm being more part of my community, like you were saying, bro. It just, I'm in a good place to feel like I can do that, and I don't feel like I'll be extending myself, overextending myself. Rather, I'm not going to spread myself too thin. I feel like I can do that, and I'm in a place where I want to do that, but I do want to be that
Yeah.
community guy, like you said. And so I think that's a dope concept, man. Just, you know, you just kind of latch to your community, man, and thrive. And then what you learn, you give back. Because is that not the goal, right? When we are parents, we try to take everything we've learned and give it to our children. So then why not share that with whoever's willing to listen,
Yeah.
right? So so yeah, I kept you
Yeah,
going,
man.
bro. I kept it
Word.
going. I don't think we'll have to do a clip. This will be another science experiment, y'all. While we're up here on a piece of your mind, we are learning. We are learning.
Yeah, I apologize, man.
Yeah.
I apologize. My phone,
But see, look at
my other
y'all.
phone
That's a
died.
man
I
that's prepared because he
apologize.
got another phone,
Um,
right? So he was prepared, y'all. That preparation is so essential, man. I'm telling you. That's Batman right there, y'all.
yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? Heck,
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
get into your picture back there, but before we get into that, I want to share real quick, guys. Um, no, we're not getting any sponsorships right now, but I'm about to big up
yeah.
Predis Predis.ai, guys. Now listen, if you guys are looking to create content, you guys want to set it up. Predis AI is a good tool to utilize. When I tell you guys that I feed this thing an idea. I write in a little something about my handyman business. I told you guys about Tooly Twist Tuesdays. I put in my idea for it. It spits out a picture. It spits out the words that I've used, and then it comes
Mm-hmm.
up with this dope description, yo. Like the description, bro, Hector, for the Tooly Twist Tuesday, it's actually taking the quote that
Mm-hmm.
that I'm utilizing, the famous quote, is taking the one that
Oh,
I make up, and it's like coming up with a description like with both of them kind of
I like
mashed
that,
together,
man.
bro. It is freaking dope, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, of course, I gotta go in there and make it sound a little more Frankie Francis, but you know what I mean. It's still dope, man. So, guys, if you guys are looking to utilize something like that, I recommend Predis.ai. The next one I plan on exploring is called Ad Creative, but we're gonna
Yeah, yeah.
finish Predis first. I'm gonna get my 60 posts ready,
There
and I
we
might
go.
jump on
There we
Ad
go.
Creative and try that one out too, guys. But yo, if you guys are looking to get moving, man, we're trying to give you some little information of what we
Mm-hmm.
know, man. You
For
utilize these
real.
AI tools, man. They're here to help you. You know, and if not, if you're not going to utilize them, you're going to go find some kind of expert who's going to charge you three
They
thousand,
gonna they gonna
four
get in your
thousand dollars or
pockets,
more
y'all. So you could
to
either
work with
learn
them.
how
You
to
know what I'm
do it
saying?
yourself or let somebody else do it for
They're
you,
gonna get in
man.
your pockets, man.
That's
When I get up there, I might have them get in my pocket, but now's
yeah,
not the
yeah.
time.
No, that's true, man. And so, you were kind of pointing this out. I almost forgot the homie was back here, y'all. So, I mean, the only reason I got him up here really is just because I mean, I love pandas, man. You know, everybody love pandas. My son's favorite animals are foxes and pandas, and so I figured, you know, why not, man? Why not get a panda up there? And that's cool. And again, that's Mid
That's
Journey.
dope,
That's
man.
Mid Journey. So, playing with it, I had Mid Journey just kind of create a panda, and then I wanted it to look more like a watercoloring. I didn't want it to look like anything else. I wanted it to look like a watercoloring with some loose brush strokes. I wanted the panda to be clear. I told it I wanted it to be in like a little marshland, and you know what I'm saying. This is the result, y'all. So like I love this tool so much because the thing for me is that when I learn how to communicate with this bot, I'm also learning how to communicate a little bit more effectively with other people. So I can say something more direct and in less words. And so that they understand the big picture and the end goal. We're trying to get here. How do I tell you how to get here? Well, talking to that bot is teaching me that. So I'm able to go ahead and utilize that skill and talk to my best friend or talk to my son or talk to my stepdaughter or talk to a stranger and just be more clear and more direct with the message that I'm really trying to get out of it all. And so that's the reason. Um, I just wanted y'all to see that, because Frankie's talked a lot about journaling and kind of having that mind mapping, and this is doing that for me, y'all. I'm a visual guy too. I learn visually, um, and I learn a lot when I play. And so, understanding what a panda is, what a marsh is, well, hey, I was able to kind of make that combination, have this bot make that for me. Now, this doesn't exist for the sake of the story. this doesn't exist for anything other than to share with you guys, and I'm gonna put this bad boy up on my wall somewhere, man. I think it's a beautiful piece. I love it. It's an original. You know, why the hell not, man? I want to feel. You know, that's something me and my lady, man, my girlfriend. She is. I'm so in love with her, man. But she just has this idea where like this is our space, you know, our home is our space, so why not have it beautiful? Why not let it feel comfortable? Have blankets all over the couch for yo when you want to snuggle down, you got a blanket, boom. Yo, you want to go in the pantry and get a snack, we got a whole cabinet upstairs with nothing but snacks in it. It is dedicated to snacks. We got Pop Tarts, we got Oreos, we got popcorn, we got that whole thing is nothing but snacks. You ain't gonna find nothing else in there but snacks. um we got paintings all over, you know what I'm saying? Like we've got
Hey,
all sorts of beautiful shit. And so knowing that that's how she feels good, I wanted to add to that. I wanted to contribute to that. And figured, why the hell not use something that, you know, she
hey,
could even do. She could say, hey babe, I want a beautiful butterfly with robot wings and whatever, and we could throw that, yo, and it'll be born, you know what I'm saying? And we hang it up on our wall, and it ain't got to be for nothing but for us, man. And that's what I love, is that, you know, the idea that this AI exists is because it exists for us, so we utilize it. Frankie's been utilizing Predis. I've been utilizing Predis. We've been able to go ahead and
yeah,
create some cool shit that's coming out to y'all real soon. I've been able to get up on Midjourney, create artwork that just,
real soon.
you know, just makes me feel happy, man. Like some people love painting, some people love doing puzzles. I like creating stories. I like creating different mental things in my mind that, you know, I can have like some little fairy tale idea behind. And you know, this fucking AI is helping me get there, y'all. So I'm in love with it, man. And it's just dope. It's really cool. But yeah, man, that, you know, that's AI at work for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So use it. It's here, and it's not going away. So get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Just get used to its presence.
Yeah.
Make room for it. Make room for it in y'all lives.
Get
You know,
used to it, man.
utilize it, man. Because shit, one day you might. What's the robot from George Jetson, man? What's the maid? What's her name? Ah, I can't remember her name, man. It's
Can't remember her
his
name.
Rosie. I think it's Rosie. I think it's Rosie.
Rosie? I forget that's my grandmother's name. That's why
I
I think
think
I
it is.
came back to me like, wait a minute, is it
One day
Rosie?
we're all gonna have a Rosie, you know. Maybe not us, but you know, our children might have a Rosie up in their house one day. I mean, shit, how many of y'all got Alexa right now? Right? So come on, man. It's here. It's here to stay too. Yep,
Hey,
it really
the change
is.
is here, man. It's here.
But it's crazy, bro. That I swear, it feel like 5 minutes, man. 5-10 minutes, and it's already an hour gone, bro. It's it's cool, man.
Word, word. Yeah, by the end of the show,
Yo.
man, I feel like I ain't even get everything out of my head, man. I got guys. I want to thank you guys too, because you
Mhm.
guys give me an opportunity to brain dump, give me an opportunity to put out what's been on my
Mhm.
mind, and I get to sharpen it up with Hector. You know what I mean? If it's worth sharpening, if not,
Yep.
then we throw it in the garbage. That's how
Come back,
ideas work.
melt it down, do
You know
something with
what
it
I'm
later,
saying?
like you know.
Scrap it.
Uh,
Yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate you
Oh
guys too,
yeah, big
man. Hey, Heck, you
appreciation.
want to go ahead and close this out, man?
Oh,
Pretty soon we're gonna
whew,
have the intro
can't
and the
wait.
outro
So
to do
yeah,
that.
so anyway, all
But
y'all who came through and let us borrow some time, we'll see y'all next week on Peace of Your Mind. Much love and peace.
peace of your mind, sir.